Hello and welcome to another episode of Transform and Roll Out First and of the Wreckers. In our last episode, we focused on Allegory, Frostfangs, and Cross Summit mission on Eucharis. And after a difficult battle against the Combiner, our bots are now deciding their next move. Action. What's going through your brain modules, Frostfang and Allegory?
I think Frostbang is stunned. She's kind of horrified, just staring at the spot where the combiner once was.
Allegory is totally in shock. She just split up after combining for her first time, only to have that happen, and there's still like half of Crossumit's memories, or like she's still flashing through the memories. She doesn't really entirely know what's going on.
I think Frostbang would have like some coolant tears forming and just kind of dripping down her face. She didn't get to apologize. She doesn't know exactly what happens here, but she can kind of assume.
If she hasn't already, Allegory, she just drops to the ground on her knees, and she just puts her head in her hands. She's like, "Oh my god, sweet Solus Prime, I don't even what just happened. How dare he?
He didn't even give us a chance to try and help.
We could have done something. I could have disarmed it or cut the pit wires, or we could have done something.
I could have frozen
Anything.
it. I could have flown away with it. I had options as well.
I don't.
As you say this, Pacer, Alpine, and Basilisk come walking slowly, and Basilisk Bless says,
"Oh my Onyx, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen."
and she falls to the ground next to both of you.
I don't even know what to say at this point. He's just...
You could have prevented this. Allegory turns to Basilisk Blaze. If you had told us, you could have warned us. You could have told us the truth from the beginning. And you didn't. And now Cross Summit, he's gone.
I'd like to put a hand on Allegory's shoulder and just kind of like give her a really sad look. This isn't her fault. The situation was...
She could have done something, Frostfang. She could have tipped us off, or given us a hint, or helped us get away, or anything.
Get away.
I don't know what to say. I wanted to find my Lash line, and I had to do what I could. I didn't expect this to go like this. I couldn't tell if they were telling the truth, or if you were telling the truth.
Allegory's gonna stand up, and she's gonna look at Basilisk Blaze, and she's gonna go, I don't know what your true motivations were, because clearly you had something going on, but you had better... The information that you have had better be beneficial for Cross Summit's sake, and for your sake. So unless you can give us information that can directly help the Autobot cause, and directly help us find Astronema Prime, you probably don't want to stay around here.
I could take you to the warehouse where they have her stashed. It's the best I can do. Now that they are gone, I don't think we are in danger. I can take you to her now.
Yes, take us to her, and I want you to send me everything that you have on the Decepticons. And whoever that was who's following us, everything you have on this band of defectors who have caused all this trouble.
Yes, I will. I will give you everything. Once again, I'm sorry.
Let's not let Cross Summit's sacrifice be in vain.
No, I'll make sure of it. I'll do my best to make this right.
She gets up and slowly starts walking out of the springs back to the main city. But it's in a daze, since what just unfolded is a big event that she wasn't expecting it to happen or anybody to get hurt, and she feels very, very bad.
Allegory's gonna take a couple steps after her, and then she's gonna freeze, and she's gonna look at Frostfang. Sweet Solus Prime, how are we gonna tell Synthwave?
Frostfang just kind of like... She stares blankly and just blinks. I feel like she might already know.
I don't know. She can't know for sure, though.
It's definitely not going to be an easy conversation.
I think we need to get Astronema back first before we tell her.
All right, let's do that then.
Okay, let's go.
You follow Basilisk to Tide City's to the main city in the Tide region, and you weave and cross through different alleyways, and you come up to what seems to be an abandoned warehouse, but there seems to be traffic that went by here, so it might not be all abandoned. And she says,
Through here. I can open the door.
and she walks up to a keypad, and you see her pull out a little decryptor allegory, and she connects it to the data pad, and after a few seconds the door opens, starts opening upwards, rolling.
Before they walk in the door, Allegory's gonna look at her and she's gonna go, Basilisk Blaze, if you're right, your work will be appreciated. But if you're leading us into another trap, I'll kill you myself.
No, I promise you. This is the correct place. There's no more traps. I promise. Please, follow me.
I hope for your sake that's true.
And as you walk inside the warehouse, you find a laboratory with many vials and machines. And hooked up to two machines are two minicon stasis pods that have wires coming from different directions of it. And at the far back of the warehouse, you see a force field jail cell. And inside the jail cell is what you, based on from the distance you are, it looks like Astronema is behind the force field. And as this says,
She's right here. I'm not much of a fighter, and I couldn't have been able to save her before.
It doesn't matter now. Help me free her.
Okay.
and as you walk closer to where Astronema is, and you get closer and closer, you notice that her form seems to be different. Seems to have some organic parts to it now.
Uh-oh.
And Basilisk goes to the keypad, and using the decryptor, she manages to open, and the force field turns off, and Astronema comes out and says,
Hello? Thank you.
Astronema.
Are you here to save me?
Yes, of course.
You're not here to torture me, right?
No, ma'am. Of course not. My name is Allegory. I'm one of your, oh my gosh, brain fart.
Wreckers?
I'm one of your intelligence operatives. I'm part of the Wreckers, with Prowl.
Oh, with Prowl. Oh, you're Prowl's team. Oh, sweet Primus.
Yes, ma'am. I worked with you before that, but you probably don't remember.
I meet so many bots in a day, it's hard to keep track.
It's alright. We need to get you out of here. Are you alright?
I feel fine. They did alter me, and I feel how I look, but I can walk out of here.
Good. We need to move before they find that we've discovered you.
Yes, absolutely.
Frostfang.
I'm here. Sorry, she's probably peeking at the minicon stasis pods.
I figured.
Yeah,
Frostfang,
while Allegory was talking.
do you think we can get the minicons out of here too?
Yeah, we should.
I don't want to leave anyone here
Look
to
like
these
it
bots' devices.
Oh, of course, yes. No, these people are savages.
I agree.
The minicon machines, they're in a glass tube, and they're connected by wires instead of a liquid. So it's quite easy to drain the liquid and get the minicons out. So it's not going to be too difficult to secure them.
Okay. Alright, we'll get them out then if we can.
Yes, you surely do.
Yay!
And you take them out, and you look at the stasis pods, and they seem to be in good condition. So whatever they were trying to do to them doesn't seem to have affected them in any way. And Astronema walks a little bit ahead of you to the main gate to
Astronema,
see the outside.
don't go too far. Stay nearby so we can protect you.
Oh, I won't. I just need to move around. I've been stuck there for a while. I just needed to stretch my joints.
Of course. I don't want anybody to grab you again.
Thank you.
And as she stands in front of the light from outside, you notice that her long braid now looks like a scorpion stinger.
Oh, that's
And-
new.
Yes, and then on her chest there's a lion face with a mane, but it's made out of sharp metals, so it's not fur, but the fur on the face of the lion is. As she is stretching, she says,
I'm sorry, I need to, transform to see what they've done to me.
and so as she transforms, in front of you is a chimera
Ooh, that's
mode
cool.
for Astronema.
Yeah, baby.
It seems that they've experimented with her and gave her multiple creature characteristics to her new elf mode.
Wow.
Mystic Creature Squad.
That's rude.
Ooh.
And you see her looking, and she's like,
Oh, this is new. At least I'm online, and I can hopefully get back to Cybertron and find who is responsible for this and remove their tyranny.
Don't worry, we'll make sure you get back.
We'll get you home.
and as that is happening, I'm gonna flip over to the other team, to Synthwave and Borg. Synthwave and Borg, you're inside of a crumbling warehouse that Restrick set up bombs and detonated. And as you're running away from the wreckage, you see Mesothulus, big chunks of metal fall in his location and cover your view of where he is right now. But you can see a big chunk fall on one of his legs and pin him down, and you can hear him scream in pain. And Restrick says,
Okay, everybody out. Let's get out of here. We need to leave the scene before the authorities get any ideas.
I think so.
Yeah, me too. I just want to get out.
and you see him rush to the nearby pod where the orange and purple bot is, and he opens the pod and takes them out, what's left of them, and you start heading out of the crumbling warehouse as it finally collapses in on itself. And outside, there's two ships now, one where Restrick arrived and the one you arrived in.
Let's get to home base and get everyone patched up. We need to debrief Prowl on everything that has happened. Can you walk?
Well enough to get onto a ship and then take a nice sit.
I think you can walk.
And you board the ship, and the ship starts to levitate and take off. And as you're flying away, you look down at your other ship and you see it blow up in pieces. And Red Streak says,
No evidence. Just as we like to leave things around here.
Oh, okay.
Let's get you all to home base.
We're home base.
It's the space station, Borg. You'll see Borg when we get there. It will be a new experience for you. You'll like it. You will see.
Okay.
and as you hit orbit, Synthwave, you feel a powerful pulse inside your chest that shakes your inside for a bit. And as it fades away, it leaves you with a feeling of emptiness.
I kind of like gasp and claw at my chest a bit because it feels like an implosion, or like my chest is caving in, and quickly like kind of glance around and look out to any window that's nearby, like out into space. Like, we need to get there as fast as we can. Okay, I think something's really wrong. And for the first time, I think Synthwave is a little afraid to be in space in a ship. Okay, kiss my boo-boo, please.
And Restrick says,
Absolutely. I will try my best to get you there safely.
Thank you.
as you reach the space station, you start docking. And once the doors open, you're greeted by Beccadore with a medical bot ready to escort you to med bay and get you all fixed up. Restrick says,
I called ahead and let them know you were injured, so they are ready to escort you to the medbay and get you to tip-top shape. We have to take care of this new mysterious bot that was left in our hands right now.
I think Primus, I need some major healing.
So the medical bot extends its arms and becomes a slab where Red Streak places the mystery bot. He's like,
I will help you all get to the medbay.
and he kind of uses his shoulders to kind of help you lean on him so he can escort you there and get there safe and not have any incidents. And as you arrive at medbay, the Beccadore starts helping the medical bot to hook you up and get you some energon, and they start patching you where the little scratches on your body and all that to get you all feeling better. And you feel at ease at home base and a little bit relaxed while this is happening, as a moment of peace, maybe you would say. And I will flip over to the other group with Crossfang and Allegory. You've all left the warehouse and you've returned to the capital city in Eucharis near the spaceport. Basilisk Blaze says,
This is all I can do. This is the Prime. I'm not really good with this. I'm sorry again.
Wait, no, just don't leave. Just stay.
Oh, okay.
We have stuff to talk about.
I still need those data files.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Just a quick question. You did say we healed up, right?
Yes, you're being treated right now, so you would put your max health to max.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Do you have a place where I can send you these files, Allegory?
Yes, actually. If they're too big to be sent through communications, you can link up to this data pad I have right here and send them to this. And she's going to whip out a data pad and just hand it to her and be like, put them on here.
She takes out a thumb drive and connects it to the data pad and starts uploading the files.
And make sure you decrypt everything. It's a lot of work to decrypt everything.
Yes, of course. I'll make sure of that.
And as the files are uploading, she looks at you, Frostfang, says,
What is it you want to talk about?
You you were the one who actually wanted to talk to me. You said you had a few things to speak to me about before the fight finished.
Yes, that is true. Sorry, I'm a little bit shaken. I was angry at you for leaving. I wanted to know. Why leave me behind?
I never wanted to leave you behind. I'm a different person or a different bot than I used to be, and I have enemies now that I didn't have before. I didn't want them coming into contact with you, but it seems you did anyways.
Oh, I needed to find you. I was worried. I felt so lonely since you left. I didn't know where to go, who to go to. I had to do what I could to get information on you to see if you were okay.
Inaccurate information, it seems.
I see that now.
I appreciate the sentiment, Basilisk Blaze, I do. And I missed you too. I didn't want to just ghost you, but I wasn't sure what to do. I've been searching for the people who made me the way I am, and I just didn't want to risk you getting hurt if you were involved.
And look where that got us.
Yeah, this isn't exactly the greatest situation or the best reunion, but
I care for you, Lajaline. I want to be there for you.
I feel the same way. I just never really knew how to voice it. I promise I have a reason as to why I've done what I've done, and why I left, and why I didn't contact you, and it's just been a train wreck. But I'm here now, and you're here now. And yeah, this is a whole mess, but we can fix things.
I believe so. I really need you, Lajaline. I hope you know that.
I do, and I hope you know I need you just as much.
I will let you go on this mission, but you better come back to me.
I'll be sure to do that, I promise.
If you guys really need to catch up, she can come with us. If you wanted her to, Frostfang.
She's more than welcome to. If her duties will allow her to. I know what it's like to be in that role.
I can't go with you today, but I will find a way. We'll see each other again.
Alright, I'm holding you to that.
She'll try to get you a pick on the cheek, but she's a little bit too short.
Yo! Alright, yeah, the Frostfang's gonna do a little blushy, and she's gonna like turn back to Allegory. Alright, I think we're good. We're good to go.
She hands you back the data pad. Says,
All the documents I have are there.
Outstanding. I guess let's get back to Cybertron. I need to meet everybody else.
Agreed.
you get on the ship and you start taking off. And from the windows, you can see Basilisk waving you goodbye. And you've entered atmosphere and you head your way towards the space station.
While we're on our way, can I peek at my my new little man?
Can I also?
You can you can try to activate them. Yes.
Yes, I'd like to activate my new little man.
You place the Medicon stasis pod in front of you, and last time they activated by themselves, so you aren't quite sure how it actually works. But after a while of staring and you poking around, it manages to turn green and light up, and a new Medicon appears before you. And it's a little Spinosaurus Medicon that also turns into a sailboat named Micrononi.
I'm gonna send his thing to character.
Oh, that's so cute!
Everybody look at him.
Let me see. I want to see the baby. Want to see the baby?
He looks like cheese. He's orange with purple and white.
Oh my god, he does look like cheese.
Yeah, he looks like cheese dripping down.
So his name is Micrononi.
Can I explain why his name is Micrononi?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I wanted his name to be Macaroni, but that didn't sound like a Transformers name. So his name is Micrononi, and he looks like mac and cheese.
I will argue that everything sounds like a Transformers name.
But when Micrononi comes out, you see them in their outbone and the sailbone, and they transform, and you see them stretch. And it says,
"Hello, I'm Micrononi."
Hi, Micrononi. I'm Frostfang, and then a little Alpine. I'm gonna deploy that bad boy. And this is Alpine.
"Hello, Alpine."
Alpine says,
"Hello, Micrononi."
and Micrononi looks at you and says,
"Did you awaken me?"
Yes, I did.
"Oh, are we going to go on some adventures?"
Yes, we will be going on adventures.
"I have waited for this day for my whole life."
Well, welcome to the Wreckers.
"Yes, the Wreckers."
you see them kind of like stumping and dancing a little bit
I love Micrononi.
without them knowing what the Wreckers really stand for.
Is he in his little Spino mode right now?
He's in his little Spino dancing.
Okay, that was important. Yeah, everybody sees a little Spinosaurus dancing around. It's great.
An allegory, as you mess with the other Minicon stasis pod, the same process. After a little while of trying to figure out how to activate them, it glows green and it opens up. And in front of you, you see a little Minicon. Their name is...
His name is Bandit.
Bandit.
And he's adorable.
And he turns into a Jeep. Am I correct?
He turns into... Yes,
was it a bird?
it's a raven. He turns into a bird.
It's a raven.
Because he's
He
adorable.
turns into
and he
a
likes
little
shiny
raven.
things. And he's super cute.
Oh,
Yes. So you get another Minicon. And when they do come out, they say,
"Hey, did you awaken me?"
I did, little friend. We're gonna be going on adventures too. It's gonna be exciting.
Adventures? I'm excited. My name is Bandit.
My name is Allegory. And it's nice to meet you, Bandit.
Nice to meet you. Aw, Micrononi is here.
Oh, you two know each other?
Yes, we do.
Oh.
and Micrononi says,
"Yes, we do."
and they start dancing together.
Oh.
Bandit,
are you guys friends?
I also want to introduce you to my other friend, Taser.
Taser comes out and says,
Hi, Bandit. How are you?
Bandit says,
I'm good. How are you, Taser?
This is adorable.
Taser says,
I'm pretty good. There's some pretty crazy adventures with this group. Are you excited? Yes, I'm excited.
and all the Minicons are dancing.
Oh, look at him go!
With that, I will flip to the other group. And an hour has gone by, and you hear that the docking station has received another spaceship. And after a few minutes, Astronema, Frostfang, and Allegory arrive at the medical bay,
Oh boy.
where Astronema is being checked up by the medical bot and making sure they are okay after the experimentation. But you don't see them arrive with Cross Summit.
Oh, here it comes.
Hi, Allergy.
Hello, Borg.
Allergy. Frostfang. Where's Crest Summit?
Where's Scaredy Boy?
Where is he? I need to talk to him.
I'm so sorry.
Did he get any of my messages?
I'm so sorry.
Borg want to hug him.
Wait,
Somebody,
he moved before any of us could actually stop him.
he sacrificed himself for the mission. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
He faced his fears and he did it for you. Did it for you
So
and
Borg can't hug him?
No, Borg, he's gone.
you and your other triplet.
You're really not joking, are you?
No,
Borg, no.
I'm so sorry. We figured you would already suspect.
I did, but I didn't want to think that, he was really gone.
Can I go give a synthwave like a big hug?
Can I join the hug?
I got
Do it.
coolant on the face. No.
Synthwave, he saved us, and I know it's I'm sure you'd rather have him than the Prime, but it's because of him that we were able to complete the mission. I'm so sorry. He was brave until the very end. He didn't even let us think about it. He just acted like a true rescue bot.
No, we didn't have a chance to do it. He just went right in, and he didn't think of himself in that moment. He thought of everybody else. And
Synthwave
I'm
has
so
no
sorry.
words.
So sorry.
Only hugs.
I'm gesturing for Borg to come give her a hug too.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
I'd like to imagine that because of all the coolant tears, all Synthwave's makeup is all smudged. There's like pink tears coming down. So wait, I was sorry. Did you mention a third twin? You mentioned a third?
Yeah,
There's only two of us.
Are you sure?
As far as I know.
I saw him
if
in
there
Cross
was
Summit's
a third, I
memories.
thought Cross Summit would have told me.
When we combined,
We
combined, and I saw him in your memories. It was the day Cross Summit became afraid to fly.
I kind of like touch my head, like I don't remember at all. I have no idea.
That's so weird. I don't. DM, do I remember his name, or did Cross Summit mention his name, or was it said at all in the memory?
It's Aquatron.
Yeah, in the memory, his name was Aquatron. I don't know if that rings any
Aquatron.
bells for you, or...
Not right at the moment, but
As the name is said,
Oh boy, here you go.
you suddenly
ding
have
dong.
and your memory kind of comes back, and you have memories of you, Cross Summit, and Aquatron messing around and playing around on your home planet of Caminus, and you remember the day you all three of you flew to Cybertron and went on a hike to the wilderness, and after that it suddenly stops.
Oh, my
Are
head.
you alright?
I remember a little bit now that I hear his name, but it's all kind of fuzzy and jumbled.
Maybe it'll become clearer as time goes on.
Curse you, Cross Summit, why didn't you tell me?
I don't even know if he really knew. Not until we combined.
If you forgot, there's reason to assume that he might
Yeah.
have as well.
The combination process is strange and mystical. Or at least that's what my research tells me.
It's a lot.
It was pretty overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. And then to be separated so quickly and then him vanish, and it was a lot.
I'm sure you guys would love to just sit down, get patched up.
I have to go talk to Prowl. I'll catch you guys later. Allegory's having a tough time interacting with this much emotion happening. It's a lot for her. So she's gonna go do what she does best and be a spy and report back to Prowl. And as she goes, can I review some of the information that Basilisk Blaze sent me and see if there's anything pertinent?
Roll me a perception to see how much you can read.
Gosh, okay. You're gonna make me roll perception? That sucks.
Yes.
18. Yes. Thank you, Spark.
18. In the documentation that you found, it says that the 5 bots that combined were all part of the Elite Guard.
What?
That they signed up for the experimentation to alter their modes and become stronger.
Please tell me there's something incriminating Zeta.
And at the bottom, there's a letter signed by Zeta agreeing to the process.
Wow. Does it say who was conducting the experiments, or does it say, is Zeta directly involved with the Decepticons in any way? Or does it say anything about the Decepticons?
At the bottom, next to Zeta's, there's a signature called by a bot named Mesothulis, which is the
I know who
lead
that is.
scientist.
I know who
I was
that is.
gonna take care of the scientist, or take care of the
Is he a known
experimentation.
associate of the Decepticons?
He's not known part of the
Okay.
Decepticon. He's not really known too much. His names are mostly redacted from all the information located in the Elite Guard database. By kind of at the same time where prowls were removed. But those are the two signatures at the bottom, and that the experiments were going to be happening on Tarn, same warehouse location where Synthwave and Borg were taken. And you know the location of the warehouse because of the information provided by Prowl previously, because he told them where to go, and so you can kind of put that information two and two together in a way. Synthwave, as you sit in the medical bay, as you pondering this new information that was given to you, and you're reflecting on the loss of Crust Summon, and now learning that you have a third sibling, and you turn to your side, to your right side, and next to you is the purple and orange bot. And now that you've seen them before, this purple and orange bot is Aquatron, your lost sibling.
Whoa.
Primus, wait! Jolt right up.
Can Borg hug this one?
No, Borg, not right now, bud. You can... No. Oh, hug. Gentle hug.
Borg hugs the bot, and you definitely feel the hug.
That's good, Borg. Nice and gentle hug.
You're welcome.
I look over my newfound sibling, like almost frantically, like trying to make sure that they're hopefully gonna pull through, because it would be really unfortunate if I found out I had a new sibling and suddenly they're gone. You know.
As you look them over, they are really in a really rough shape. They've been experimented on. They have some cables hanging from most of the connections for like joints and stuff hanging out, and one of their knees has been cut in half, which is the same pain you felt when you were in the warehouse. And they're currently unconscious, and the vital signs seem stable.
Kind of hesitate and take their hand and just kind of sit by their side.
Can I sit next to Synthwave?
Yeah.
You sure
Yeah,
can.
I'd like to put my hand on her shoulder and just kind of like look down at the unconscious bot. Is this your sibling?
This is them. I hope they remember me.
Well, you remembered them. So
She
I'm sure there's
kind of
hope.
remembered them.
Yeah, once the name came, it clicked.
The little light bulb turned on in my head.
Yeah. Oh, before I freaking forget, can I just would like to gently slide a little CD case into Synthwave's other hand.
Oh.
I know that this isn't anything compared to what's happened, but I did find this while we were out on our mission, and I thought you might like it. And congratulations, you're now the proud owner of a crawfish in the low tide disc.
You got me a present.
Wow, my
Yeah.
CD's so
I'm
easily
ready-
replaced by a CD.
I'm ready to cry all over again.
I'm just dead in the ether, and it's sad. Oh, here's a CD disc.
I want to take a marker and on like the bottom. I don't know where I'm finding a marker, but I guess I have one now. And then I want to write like on the bottom of it, like in memory of Cross Summit, and then immediately start playing music because
Obviously.
I hope there's one song on there that just starts off with like rainfall to make it all sad.
I really hope the song Rock Lobster by the B-52s is on that disc.
That'd be copyright.
Yeah, what I just sang, that's it. That's all we can play.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, I can't play any of the music, but as you play it, it's smooth jazz, and so it's kind of mellow, but it lifts up your spirits a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the
Wonderful.
least I can do.
Gives her another big hug.
Yeah, big hug! You get large hug from me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I don't get any of my makeup on you. I'm sorry if I do.
It's okay. I don't mind.
There's just like pink splotches on her.
It's okay, it looks pretty with my blue.
I think so too.
What is Borg doing while this is happening?
Borg's contemplating getting a hug again.
Big jumble of hugs.
Can Borg have another hug?
Borg, who did you want the hug from?
You have a hug.
Blue Dragon,
I can give you a hug. Come here.
Borg miss you.
I missed you too, Borg. Gets a big hug from Frostfang.
As you're all hugging and mourning the loss of Cross and EPM, even though nobody's mentioned the poor little dude.
No, we don't know he's dead.
No.
Man,
Nobody
my
told us.
dying is a lot.
Wow.
And finding out I got a new sibling.
You guys
Oh
haven't
my
even told
god.
us he's dead.
Bro, rest in peace, little guy.
EPM.
We'll never know.
Allegory, you get taken back to the room by Prowl. You met up with Prowl halfway through the corridors, and he looked like intent on arriving at the medical bay, so you just followed him. And as he walks into the medical bay, Beccadore, Red Streak, the medical bots, and all of you members are there gathered together. Prowl enters and says,
I'm sorry for your loss. It's a sad day losing 2 of our members. They were good, dedicated bots. Okay, well, I guess that will do as a moment of silence, since no one else wants to say anything.
I thought you were
Alright,
gonna keep
guys,
talking.
anyways.
Yes, sir.
They were doing a moment
Yeah,
of
moment of
silence.
Don't you know?
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the
Of the United States of Cybertron.
as Prowl is talking, the alarm starts to
Of
go
freaking
off.
course it does.
Yes. And Beccadore takes out her data pad and she gives it a quick scan and says,
This is a code red. Things just took a turn for the worst.
and she starts playing a video on the monitors in the med bay. And the video has Seda as he's walking out on stage on Cybertron.
Oh no, I know where
In
this
the
is
med
going.
bay?
Yeah, in the med bay there's monitors, and so Beccadore just kind of like streamed it to the monitors.
Okay, so we can see that.
Yes, you can see. Yes.
I'm gonna look at that guy and go, this slagger again.
So as Seda walks out and you insult him, he stands on stage in front of the podium and says,
Bots of Iacon, today is the day I make things right. The Decepticons have cost us enough suffering, and they must answer for their crime. I would like to show you my greatest solution. Behold!
and from the ground rising are Omega destroyers.
No, I knew that was coming. Oh,
And they're
my
towering
gosh.
over the city. They have white and black markings with one singular red optic.
Oh no. Today, we put an end to the attacks. My Omega Destroyers will see it to the end.
As he says this, the Omega destroyers put their right arm with the big cannon, they put it up towards the sky, and they shoot some missiles into the air. And in the sky, the missiles explode, and a heavy green rain starts to pour on Iacon and the surrounding cities. He says,
Do not fear, my people. Those who are pure of spark will be protected. But those of you who have imperfections will know my grace and be purified by the holy light of Primus, by my will. Now, my Omega Destroyers, begin the great purge and eradicate the imperfections of this great city.
and the Omega Sentinels start launching beams into the crowd and to the different cities, while more are rising and start launching into space and into different sections of Cybertron. And as that is happening, you see Prowl get super angry, and he's standing next to a slab and he flips it in anger. And he says,
He did the thing! He did the thing!
Good for him.
he says,
Son of a glitch! Alright, listen up everyone. It's up to us to stop this. Grab your gear. Let's wreck and rule.
while the rest of the wreckers are focused on the monitor screens. Synthwave, as you're sitting next to your triplet, you notice that your communicator has a blinking light as a message has been left for you. What would you like to do?
I'd like to very hesitantly hit play.
You hit play, and you hear,
Hi, Twin. High five. Anyway, just calling in, checking in. How are you? How are you? Just making sure everything's okay. Hopefully we'll be down here soon. Hope to see you eventually. Bye.
Synthwave just kind of sighs and like. I also is the communicator like a physical
it's
device?
it's on your bot on the wrist, and you just click on it, kind of thing, and you kind of hear it in your audio receptor, like in your head, I guess.
Yeah. Can I favorite? You know how you can like sort of save some certain things?
Yeah, you can favorite.
Okay, yeah. Well, I favorite it and then listen to it another time.
Hi, Twin. High five. Anyway, just calling in, checking in. How are you? How are you? Just making sure everything's okay. Hopefully we'll be down here soon. Hope to see you eventually. Bye.
And another time.
Hi, Twin. High five. Anyway, just calling in, checking in. How are you? How are you? Just making sure everything's okay. Hopefully we'll be down here soon. Hope to see you eventually. Bye.
And sigh and just, oh, cross. I'm so sorry. High five, bud. I'll see you soon. I promise.